can get direct.
I'm sure she's screaming.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Again, welcome to Midvale Speedway. Running just a few minutes behind tonight because of rainfall that came through the area right at the beginning of group qualifying. Thanks to Bob Schneider Jr. carrying the colors tonight. We are rolling. Green is out. Rosenberry low side. Bubba Smith high side. Field of late models rolling at Midvale Speedway. Rosenberry and Bubba Smith up front. Rosenberry will lead lap number 1. Smith will drop into the second spot. Oh, Dessecker goes around in the 21 car. We've got a spin after the completion of one circuit. Rich Dessecker in the 21 car has looped it in turn number 1. Yellow flag is on the raceway. Number 12 of Bubba Smith, last week's feature winner, restarting second. Jonathan Ritter from West Virginia restarts third. Schneider restarts fourth. Coming to the line in turn 4. Green is back out. Better start that time for Bubba Smith in the 12, but Rosenberry strong on the bottom in turn 1. In turn 2, he takes the lead. See if Smith will elect to go to the bottom again, but Ritter trying to fill that gap on the inside lane, and he pulls alongside Smith on the front stretch. Jonathan Ritter on the inside, Bubba Smith on the outside lane. For the number 2 position, they race down the back straightaway into the third turn. Rick Sibla running 4th, Schneider running 5th, and Dessecker is 6th. 3 complete, 5 to go to be halfway next time by as Ritter takes over the number 2 position. Smith caught in the second lane. He would have been better if that spin did not occur after the first lap, as he had dropped into the second spot then and was in line in the preferred groove. It is halfway as Rosenberry puts a couple of car links on Ritter. Battle for third. Top qualifier Rick Sibla making his way toward the front. New body on that car after a grinding crash a week ago. Sibla up into the number 3 position. Smith has fallen to 4th, but now will be able to go to the bottom. Schneider running in the 5th spot. Running 6th is Dessecker. 2 to go for the number 2 of Alex Rosenberry. Sibla looking low on Ritter. He's got to run, but he'll check up going into the corner. Allows Ritter to get back to the bottom. White flag is out. 1 lap to go for Rosenberry in the number 2 car. Ritter in second. Sibla running third. Sibla's right there trying to set up Ritter. Couldn't do it. Coming off of 2 as they will come to the checkered flag. The Rosenberry towing Navigate number 2. Alex Rosenberry the victory. Second place to the 28 car of Ritter. Third to the 63 of Sibla. Fourth spot to the 12 of Bubba Smith. Fifth, the 17 car of Schneider, and sixth, the 21 car of Rich Desecker. The Rosenberry towing Navigate number 2 from New Philadelphia, the winner of heat race number 1. Let's hear it for Alex Rosenberry. Green flag, turn 4, heat 2 for the late models, ready to begin at Midvale Speedway. Pretty good start for both of the front row competitors out in turn 4. A little bit of a tire spin from Huffman. A lot of power underneath the hood of that car, but he comes up short on the back straightaway. Francis and Smith battle for the second row spot of the third position. Francis will take it. Smith fighting hard in the outside lane, and the battle for the lead continues. Sibla and Huffman going at it for the number 1 position on the backstretch. Emerson Huffman of the outside lane, Tim Sibla on the inside, and Huffman taking the position at the line for lap number 2. 2 down, 6 to go, and Huffman trying to clear the template-bodied late model of Sibla, who hangs in there. Sibla picked up a top 5 feature finish in the late model feature a week ago, but Huffman takes the lead in the heat. Francis running in the third spot, but Clinton, Ohio driver, many-time late model point champion Mike Miller on the inside of Francis for the third position. 4 in, 4 to go this time for Huffman. Huffman leading the way. Sibla second. Battle for third. Miller will take it from Francis. A little bit of a bobble for the 33 car of Jake Francis. He will stay in the second groove. Huffman leading. Sibla second. Dropping back a little bit. Oh, Willison gets it sideways, and so does Brian Smith in the 1. 2 laps to go for the 90 car of Huffman. Pretty good racing over our first 2 events to start this Classic Cars and Credit Night at Midvale Speedway. Emerson Huffman coming to the white flag this time. 1 more lap to go for the number 90 of Emerson Huffman. Mike Miller for the second spot. Miller will get to the bottom, coming off of 2. He sets up the 49 of Sibla nicely, has the run going to turn 3. He'll take the runner-up spot coming to the line, but it's Huffman the victory in the 90. Second to Miller, third to Sibla, fourth to Francis, fifth place to Smith, and sixth spot to Willison. Pulling to the line to celebrate in downtown Ford Victory Lane. The Hudson Trucking LLC and Baker Race Cars, sponsored number 90. From Delroy, Ohio, let's hear it for Emerson Huffman. The 77 of Bear Schwartz making his first appearance of the year. Bear Schwartz in the 77. The 23 of Ron Kirkpatrick did not get a chance to qualify. Kirkpatrick joining the field as well. He's from Dover. Off of turn 4, Larry Baker and Gene Molnar Jr. bringing the field to green. Terry Coletti will wave it. They're underway. Into corner 1 we go. Larry Baker on the bottom lane will take the lead. Schwartz gets down to the number 4 spot, drops in line. Mazzagatti running in the third spot, the 87 car. He's got the opening for second. He and Molnar battle it out. Mazzagatti takes second. Molnar running third, running fourth. Kirkpatrick running fifth as Page, and Schwartz using this as a hot lap session in the number 6 position. Your race leader, the 06 of Larry Baker. Second spot, the 87 of Mazzagatti. Third is the 48 car of Molnar Jr. And fourth, the 23 of Kirkpatrick. Mike Mazzagatti in a battle right now, the 06 car of Larry Baker. Mazzagatti looking high. He's dropping low. Carr a little bit of a bobble off of the second turn. Couple of regulars, one a former, one a current at the Barberton Raceway Park. 2 laps to go for Larry Baker and Mazzagatti. Here's Mazzagatti to the bottom of Baker on the backstretch. Mike Mazzagatti, bold move, coming off of 2. Clean pass down in 3. Baker back to the bottom. White flag is out, and Mazzagatti with 1 to go. Oh, Baker closes, nearly gets into the back of Mazzagatti down in the first corner. They're coming to the checkered flag this time off of turn number 4. Mike Mazzagatti from Copley, Ohio, the victor in heat race number 3. Baker second, third spot to Molnar, fourth spot to Kirkpatrick, fifth place to Page, and sixth place to the 77 car of Bear Schwartz. Bold move with a little over a lap to go for the driver from Copley, Ohio. This gentleman's picked up a couple of feature wins at Barberton Raceway Park this season. Coming to Midvale here tonight to compete with us from Copley, Ohio, this is Mike Mazzagatti. The Hall of Recycling American Thunder Racing Engine sponsored car, also sponsored by Shakers Auto Recycling. Mazzagatti the win tonight. Our mini trucks a week ago. His brother Vince driving the truck here tonight. Martin fourth in points. The Canton Car Connection. Thin Blue Line Security 6. Green is out for the fast heat in the pure stocks. Don Boron Jr. inside. Teddy Oliver outside in this pure stock division. Boron leading the way, will complete lap number 2 at the line. Boron, Oliver in the second spot, but to the inside goes Vince Martin. Oliver closes the door. The two make contact. They continue on. Vince getting another run at Teddy Oliver on the backstretch. Oliver taking the inside lane away from Vince Martin in the first corner that lap, and Boron pulls away in the meantime. So Oliver holding on to second, Vince Martin third, battle for fourth between the 31 of Bill Abel and the number 2 car of Joe Leinard. Finishing it off in the rundown, the number 6 of top qualifier Mike Martin. Halfway, this time 4 laps in, 4 laps to go. Boron at the front of the pack, Oliver 4 car lengths back, exiting turn number 2. 3 to go at the line for Don Boron Jr. Six in, 2 to go this time for Boron in the 82. White flag in the air, 1 to go for Boron in the 82 car. Teddy Oliver running second. Martin's in third, but he gives the inside lane up to Abel momentarily. He's going to be able to hold on, though, as Oliver has caught Boron at the front of the field. Drives into 3 and 4, closes in on the rear bumper. Won't quite get there as they come to the checkered. Boron the victory. Oliver second, Martin third. Good run for Vince Martin in the 5. Finishing fourth, the 31 car of Abel. Your winner from East Sparta, car number 82, Don Boron Jr. Youngster behind the wheel of this car, picking up a few feature wins this season. The Malavite Excavating, J&B Feed and Supply, Bowling Shoes Cars, Indeville Apartments Ride. Chimco from Maslin, Ohio, Canton Car Connection, Canton Auto Sales, Ace Auto Body, Hoopie's Route 66. And Kenneth Price in car number 33, rounding out our field of pure stocks. He's a regular competitor in the past at the Barberton Raceway Park. The green is out. We are underway for the second pure stock heat race. The 11 of TJ Barker going into the lead in turn 2. Barker in the number 1 position. He'll protect the bottom. Harmon, the outside pole sitter, goes to the inside lane. The battle is right now for third. Shimko low, and the 0 car of Bowers on the outside groove. Halfway this time. Halfway complete for TJ Barker in the number 11 car. Barker leading the way, running second, the number 9 of Harmon, running third, the 13 of Shimko, running fourth, the 0 car of Bowers, and running fifth, the 28 of Flesher. Two laps to go this time for Barker in the 11. Barker leading, Harmon second, Shimko third, fourth is Bowers, fifth Flesher, and running sixth is Kenneth Price in the 33. They're coming to the white. One to go for Barker in car number 11. Cars riding right around the bottom lane. Barker, Harmon, Shimko, and Bowers. They're going to come to the checkered in turn 4. TJ Barker will bring it to victory lane. Second spot to Harmon. Third to Shimko. Fourth to Bowers. Fifth to Flesher. And boy, the 33 of Price just keeps it off the wall coming out of turn 2 that time. Pulling to the line with a win in this heat race from Massillon, Ohio, T.J. Barker. Canton Car Connection, Wisman Motorsports, Canton Auto Sales, and Mr. Music Man, the sponsors for Barker. Said on Facebook earlier today, I saw he was looking for a good night, and a good night meant he would be happy with a heat race win. Well, he got his wish. He pulls into victory lane here tonight on Classic Cars and Credit Night. Ready for green? Cody Colmar in the number 3 truck, the 52. Of Justin Badgett, bring him off of turn 4. Green out. 8 laps will go in the heat race event. Going to go yellow for a restart. The 4 truck of Garrett getting a little bit anxious. Colmar and Badgett come to green, turn 4 underway. Now they can go racing. Well, Garrett stays back there anyway. He had a chance to go 3 wide with Colmar. He elected not to do so that time. It allows Badgett to go into the lead. Into second goes Martin. And now it's Garrett in the number 4 truck to the inside. 3 truck battle down into turn 3 for the 3rd position. Martin, the top qualifier. Vince, that is, in the number 5, closing on the leader. Looks to the low side, going to 1. Badgett holds on to the lead momentarily, but here comes the 5 truck of Martin ducking to the low side. For the lead, Vince Martin inside and Badgett outside. Number 5 of Vince Martin leading the way. Second place is the 52 of Badgett. Third, the 4 of Garrett. And fourth, the 55 of Schultz. Battle for the 5th position. Rich Dunlap in the 17, former compact champion at Midvale Speedway, has caught the number 3 of Colmar. White flag. White flag is out for the number 5 of Vince Martin. We will see checkered coming off of turn 4, and Vince Martin brings the trucks to the line for the heat race victory. Second place to Badgett, third to the number 4 of Garrett, fourth to the 55 of Schultz, fifth the number 3 of Colmar, and the 17 of Dunlap. So a nice round of applause for the winner in this heat race, the number 5. That's Vince Martin. Canton Car Connection, Shelby Sweets and Treats ride. He's also driving the number 5 in the pure stock division tonight. Point leader Braden Swaney starts 5th, and point runner up top qualifier Wes Ennis in the 09 starts 6th. Green is out. Fast heat for the compacts. Into turn 1 we go. Into the lead goes Bill Jane in the 59 car. The 157 of Tom Barrett racing for second with the number 8 of Jeffrey Orr. 3 wide for the 4th position. Ennis checks up, lets the other 2 cars get away in 3 and 4. And at the end of 1 lap of racing in our fast heat for the compacts, Bill Jane is the leader. This car, the 59, driven by Tim Farrar at Barberton Raceway Park this season, picked up a number of feature wins. '59 of Bill Jane has gone under his qualifying time. He will receive a speeding ticket this time by. The black flag will be given to the 59 of Bill Jane. There is a 1500s breakout rule here at Midvale Speedway, and Bill Jane has broken out. New leader, the 157 of Tom Barrett. He and Braden Swaney will get together down in the corner. They continue on, though. 3 wide for second. Bad break for Swaney as he had just gotten to the inside of Barrett for the lead. Into second goes the 8 car of Orr. The 09 car of Ennis runs third. Fourth, the 27 of Swaney. We are halfway, 4 laps in, 4 laps to go in this heat race for the compact division. Wes Ennis, top qualifier to the outside of Jeffrey Orr for second. Good competitive action in our compact division tonight. For the second spot, Ennis outside. He started in the final row tonight. Much better field of compacts this evening than we had a week ago, over twice as many. A lap and a half to go now for the 157 of Tom Barrett. White flag this time, 1 to go for the Denison, Ohio driver, but second and third place are closing. Barrett protecting the bottom, then goes to the high side, middle of the front stretch. If he gets an opening on the bottom, Orr will try to take it away. I don't think he's going to have the opportunity. Barrett down the back stretch into turn 3. Orr closes, so does Ennis. They come to the line on the checkered, up the banking. Swaney's going to move underneath and nearly take second. And at the line, Braden Swaney does take the second position. Good move by the driver of the 27, Braden Swaney, to take the spot at the line. Race leader Bill Jane in his first 2 laps in this race went over the 1500s allowable breakout. Let's have a nice round of applause for the 157 of Denison's Tom Barrett. The East High Arby's, Green Ridge Body Shop, Ron Myers Heating and Cooling, CJ's Drive-Thru, and Trenton Service Tire. 157 the victory tonight in our compact division fast heat. Green out 8 laps, second heat for the compacts. We already have them 3 wide and nearly 4 wide. Down into the infield goes the 16 car of Oliver, and he will go up into the side of the 38 of Tully. The 16 of Oliver getting clipped and spun down through the infield as we've got a yellow in our second heat for the compacts. Caution is out. The track cleanup process to take way down in turn 1 gives you a chance to walk up and set up your DVD copy from last week, one of the best productions they've put together for any races here at Midvale. We do have a little bit of rain in the area. It's one little small spot going through Tuscarawas County. 9 of Billy Weaver Jr. on the pole position for the restart. Mike Tolley outside, and we're underway. And again, the 199 car, Weaver just sluggish on the starts. That allows the 38 of Tolley to go into the lead for a moment, but here comes the 15 to the outside, Ty Kelly, former regular competitor in our compact division, his first appearance race-wise in 2012. That is the former car that Ty Kelly piloted, sold it to Del Vecchio for the 2012 season. For the second position, Tolley on the inside and Clayton Oliver on the outside. Couple of regular cars you see at Barberton Raceway Park. Tim Frederick in the number 50 on the outside lane. Frederick running the high groove, Tolley on the inside, and running in the number 5 spot, the 199 of Bill Weaver Jr. Lap 3 at the line, 3 laps in and 5 to go for the Del Vecchio 15, driven by Ty Kelly. White flag this time, 1 to go for Ty Kelly in the number 15 car. Second place, Clayton Oliver. Third, the 50 of Frederick. Fourth, the 38 of Tolley. And fifth, the 199 of Weaver. Checkered this time for Ty Kelly in car number 15. One race this year, and he's 100%. Kelly the win. Second place to the 16 of Oliver. Third to the 50 of Frederick. Fourth to the 38 of Tolley, and finishing fifth, the 199 of Weaver. Let's have a nice round of applause for the winner, East Sparta driver Ty Kelly. The CNC Tire Harmon's Auto Body 2-Flash Photography Ride, the win in our second heat. Kelly, this used to be his car in the compact division. Eastern Ohio Sports Complex, Keister Implement Leggett Tire car, and green is out, the 21 of points leader, Corey Evie. He and Colton Bryan driving that car this season. Evie driving it since the injury took place to Colton Bryan. It was a non-racing injury. And the top qualifier tonight, the 291 of Braden Swaney in the second lane, racing toward the front, trying to get for the number 2 position. Braden Swaney, the former Blaine Salisbury ride, for the number 2 position in turn 2. Leading is Dan Bucky in the number 50. 8-lap heat race for the stock compacts. They put on a good show last week, didn't have hardly any contact during their races, and a good move by Corey Evie here. Gets to the inside of Chris Bloom for the second position. They're 3 wide. That's going to shuffle Swaney back a little bit as they go down the backstretch. On the 5th mile here at Midvale Speedway, I think Bloom got into turn 3 a little bit heavy that time. Leading the way, the number 50 car of Dan Bucky. Coming to a stop, the 291 of Braden Swaney. Caution, flag is out. As they go down the backstretch on the 5th mile here at Midvale Speedway. The 291 of Braden Swaney, the points leader in the big track compacts, restarts third, driving that car for the first time. The 151 of Chris Bloom restarts fourth. Green back out underway on the small oval. Into the lead goes Bucky. Evie drops back. Here comes Swaney. Swaney to the inside for the number 2 position. Braden Swaney to second. This is going to hurt the 21 car in the points chase. He's going to drop all the way back to 4th. Halfway this time, we are halfway. 4 laps in, 4 laps to go. Dan Bucky in the number 50 car leading the way. Second place, the 291 of Braden Swaney. Third is Corey Evie. Fourth, Chris Bloom. Frederick drove the Bloom car last Saturday night, but Bloom back behind the wheel here this evening. Swaney making a run at the number 50 of Dan Bucky. Chris Bloom off the track a little bit on the backstretch. White flag this time. 1 to go for the number 50 of Dan Bucky. Swaney is there. Checkered flag, turn number 4, winning the 50 of Dan Bucky. Second place is Swaney. Third is Evie. Fourth place is Bloom. The Eastern Ohio Sports Complex Leggett Tire and Keister Implement number 50 from Sherridsville, Dan Bucky. Fourth in the standings, Keister Implement Eastern Ohio Sports Complex ride starts second. The 115 of Howard Bartholow starting third. Starting fourth, the 41 of Tim Frederick. Green is out. Green is out, and we're underway for this 8-lap heat race event. This our final heat race event before a very short break, and then we'll move right into our feature action here at Midvale Speedway Classic Cars and Credit Night 2012. Good side-by-side action in the second heat race. Clark, a little bit of a wiggle, but he is moving forward. So is Frederick in the 41. Frederick actually has piloted the 0 car to a couple of feature wins this year. Up the track goes the 05 of Fitch in 3 and 4. Fitch at the line holds on to second, but Frederick in the 41 trying to take it away. It'll be 6 laps in and 2 to go this time at the line for the 0 of Alan Clark leading the way. Frederick is second. Third, the 115 of Bartholow, and fourth, the 05 of Stahl. Driven by Fitch tonight. Fitch in the 05. White flag this time. 1 lap to go at the line. The 41 car of Tim Frederick taking the spot from the 0 of Alan Clark. And off of turn number 4 this time, checkered will be out as Frederick uses the outside lane to get to victory lane. Second place Clark, third place Bartholow, and fourth place the 05 of Joe Fitch. At the line, let's hear it for the winner, Tim Frederick. Bucky Mowing, Central Finicum Insurance car. He's from Sherridsville. This car picked up the feature win last week. Number 17 of Rich Dunlap starting 6. We're going to go 12 laps of green for the mini truck division to start our features tonight here at Midvale Speedway. Colmar and Badgett bring them in. Off the pace, the 4 truck of Garrett. Dennis Garrett III with problems in the number 4. Now gets up to speed through turns 1 and 2. And for the lead already, Vince Martin in the number 5 truck to the outside of Justin Badgett for the number 1 position. Schultz in the 55 trying to come on as well. And for the lead, there goes Martin to the inside of Badgett for the number 1 spot. He and Badgett get together through turn 2. Badgett up the track, nearly gets into the wall. Schultz will take the bottom lane and move into second. Schultz into the second position. Running third is Badgett. Fourth is Colmar. Not for long. Here comes Garrett to the inside. Garrett to the inside, to the outside lane. Colmar back into the number 5 spot. Running 6, the 17 of Rich Dunlap. Single file formation from front to back. Vince Martin leading the way. Second is Schultz. Third is Badgett. Fourth is Garrett. And fifth is Colmar. Running 6, the 17 of Rich Dunlap. Eight laps have been completed. It will be lap number 9 at the line. 3 laps to go for the number 5 of Vince Martin. White flag is out. Final lap. Vince Martin taking the victory in our mini truck feature tonight. Well, Shelby Sweets and Treats, Canton Car Connection number 5, taking the victory. Second week in a row for this truck to find victory lane here at Midvale Speedway. Last week, Mike Martin drove it to the victory. Tonight, Vince finds victory lane. He climbs out from behind the wheel of the number 5, Vince Martin. Vince, congratulations, driving 2 divisions tonight. Vince, the truck runs really well. The truck division kind of fun. A little different in driving in the pure stocks, huh?
Yeah, it is. It's actually a lot of fun. Hopefully next year they have a big crowd of these, and I know some of the rules are going to change where this truck's pretty badass and get them a little more competitive, but whatever the rules come out to be at Midville, this truck will match.
Yeah, yeah, and exactly. We're going to try to level out the division, keep it competitive, keep it somewhat affordable for everybody, keep it as a growing class. A lot of people are reserving numbers, getting new trucks for it. How's the pure stock setting up? You look pretty good in the heat race. Car's pretty fast tonight.
Pure stock's real fast and running really good, so hopefully it turns out good in the future.
Good to have you in victory lane. Your winner, Vince Martin, the number 5 truck.
Hey, Adam, before we get rolling in this Super Cup late model series, sitting over here with second fastest qualifier, Brian Harrison, West Virginia driver. Brian, how's things looking tonight for you?
Really like this track a lot. It was a lot of fun for me last year. I thought we had a chance last year and we run the car off, so this year I'm going to try to take my time and try to be there at the end.
You got 100 laps to get it done. I know that's a long way to go, but it does fly by pretty quick on this 3/10 mile oval. How's your car handling and qualifying? You qualified second quick, so I take it the car's pretty good for you.
Yeah, it's pretty good, but you never know in the race.
Can we come out of here at top 3? We're here to win it. Okay, we'd like to thank what do you want to thank with 63 running? Oh, yeah, I got to thank my wife, my kids, my mom, my dad, all my crew, sponsors, and thank all the fans for coming out tonight.
Okay, that's Jim Crabtree Jr., currently third in points in the Super Cup Series, and he is your fastest qualifier tonight. But Kevin Cromer won last year's race here in the Super Cup Series, sitting second in points right now. Kevin, what are your expectations for tonight being a former winner here at West Virginia?
No, it's still good to win another one. But I can say both of them possibly be okay with that.
How's your car handling tonight? Sitting, let's see, third, yeah, qualified third. How's your car handling for you?
I'm a little bit loose off the turf, 2 there, and really light 2 and 4. So it's good job to sit there by we'll get a couple of jobs. We can't get tight, like a little bit of off the corner, back, right, and we get him out the straightaway.
Anybody want to thank us tonight?
I just my family.
Okay, well, thank you very much. Good luck tonight. Kevin Cromer, your former winner in the Super Cup Series here at Midvale Speedway, third fastest qualifier.
Harvey Harrison in the 51 is the points leader coming into the race. Harrison, the points leader, was driving his own car during hot laps. It broke. He jumped into his son's car, which is Brandon's, And now it looks like it's broke as well. So not good news for the Harrison team. Kevin Cromer in the 77, Jim Crabtree Jr. in the 63. He was the top qualifier. The top 6 then pulled pills for their starting spots. Green is out turn 4, 100 laps the distance. Green, and we're underway at Midvale. Spinning the tires, the 77 of Cromer. He and Crabtree beating and banging down into turns 1 and 2. And we've got him 3 wide momentarily coming off towards the back of the pack. The 7 of Roberts gets turned sideways. We will complete lap number 1 as Cromer in the 77. Crabtree in the 63 go down into the first corner. Crabtree, the leader in the 63. 75 of Harrison back in the field for the number 6 position. Jody Harrison in the 75 is the leader at the line. Harrison making another move. Jody Harrison in the 75 to the inside now, heading to turn 3. He races with McLaughlin in the 38 car up the banking, slowing the 15 of Brian Harrison. He gives up a few positions with the bobble, drops back a few spots, will try to get back up to speed. Leading the way, Jim Crabtree Jr. in car number 63. Second place, last year's winner, Kevin Cromer. Third, J.P. Crabtree, the young son of Jim Crabtree. Fourth spot, the 75 car of Jody Harrison, and running 5th is McLaughlin in the 38. It'll be lap number 5 at the line this time. 5 laps in and 95 to go for the 63 of Jim Crabtree Jr. Going to be a battle for the number 3 position here momentarily. The 3rd spot is Harrison has caught J.P. Crabtree. He gets to the inside coming down the front stretch. And for the 3rd position, it's going to be Harrison, who holds the track record here with a qualifying lap last year. Oh, and on the back straightaway, the 80 car. Suspension or a tire down on the 80 going through 3 and 4. And we've got a yellow for the number 80. With some debris down in turn number 3. Green flag coming off of turn 4. Jimmy Crabtree brings him in. Caution down is the 88 car of Morris. 88 of Rob Morris turns the number 9 of Lou Ansell down in the turn.
They are charging the battery on your point leader, the 51 of Harrison.
So there you heard it, a possible battery issue. 6 laps in, 94 to go. Crabtree in the 63 coming to green. Problems for the number 9 of Lou Ansell as he pulls to the infield. Lou Ansell from McClellantown, Pennsylvania. The Dick Ruse Engines Ansell Tire Outlet car has stopped on the infield. Word from the spotter, the 9 of Lou Ansell, having radiator issue or rear end issues on the number 9 of Ansell. .47 of Zillweger going down a lap to the... Oh, we got trouble down in 1 and 2 as the 52 car of Kyle Cromer has gone around. Yellow for the second time. Caution for Cromer. .14 laps in the books, 86 to go. Caution out. Field coming to green off of turn number 4. Jim Crabtree Jr. brings him in. Crabtree leading in the 63. Second spot is Cromer in the 77. Third is Harrison. Jody Harrison, the 75 in third. Fourth, the 83 of J.P. Crabtree. And fifth, the 38 car of Tim McLaughlin. Single file formation around the Midvale Speedway. We're closing on the 1/5 mark of the race with Jim Crabtree Jr. leading the way. Running second is Cromer, but right there in the number 3 spot, the 75 of Jody Harrison. Running fourth, the 83 of J.P. Crabtree. And fifth, the 38 of McLaughlin. Jody Harrison, the 75, is challenging the 77 of Cromer for the second spot. He closed through the turns, gave up a little bit of ground coming off of turn 2. Move over flag being given to the number 15 of Brian Harrison. He's the first car 1 lap down now. And will be eligible for the lucky dog if he gets a yellow at the right time. Does not look like Harvey Harrison's going to be able to restart this race as the 51 getting the push through the pit area. Second place car down the backstretch, the 77 of Kevin Cromer, clearing a couple of lap cars in a 3-wide move. The 47 of Zillweger and the 52 of Kyle Cromer moving to the high side. Got to be a little bit tight on the backstretch. Running away with this one right now is the Jim's Service Jim's Automotive Service, and at McCreary County Funeral Home, number 63 of Jim Crabtree Jr. Cromer second, Harrison third, fourth is Crabtree, and fifth McLaughlin. Running sixth is Nelson, seventh is Morris in the 88 car, eighth is Roberts in the 7, ninth of 47 of Zillweger, and 10th, the 52 of Cromer. Got a caution, the 15 down in turn 4. 15 car with a spin. Brian Harrison. Back to green, back out on the track is Brian Harrison in the 52, and for the second position, here comes the 75 of Jody Harrison to the inside of Kevin Cromer. Two of our fastest cars from a year ago. They were the top qualifier was Harrison, and the race winner was Cromer in the 77, and Harrison takes over the second spot. Cromer back to third, fourth spot the 83 of Crabtree, running fifth the 38 car of McLaughlin. As we complete another lap, 31 into the books. Off the pace, the 15 of Brian Harrison moving over as the quicker cars go by to the outside. The leaders passing him in the outside lane. Brian Harrison off the pace in the 15 now starts to pick up the pace a little bit down in turns 1 and 2 as we have completed the first 1/3 of this race. And we've got trouble. Kyle Cromer in the 52 and the 47 car. The 52 of Cromer and the 47 car of Zillweger with a spin and a crash down in turn 2. Yellow is out, 34. Laps complete at Midvale Speedway.
Your radiator's fine. I don't see your radiator leaking. There's something. He's got something. Whoa, right there. That's good. That's good.
Green flag in hand. And we're back underway in the 100-lap Super Cup feature. Crabtree staying out front in that 63 machine. Top 3 machines, nose to tail off of turn number 2. Now the 75 to Harrison, looking to move up on the 63 machine as they enter turn number 1. Harrison taking a peek now down the back straightaway. Harrison seems like he's got that machine working a lot better once he got around the 77 of Cromer. Battle for that top spot. Battle for that 5th spot now as Brett Nelson looks like he's going to move into that 5th spot. Around the 38 of McLaughlin, move the 80. Now the McLaughlin spins off of turn number 4. McLaughlin into the outside wall after the spin, also spinning the 88 machine of Rob Morris. So caution flag out on this event once again.
We have completed now 42 laps of this 100-lap event. 42 into the books. Leading is Jim Crabtree Jr. Battle down deep in the field for the final 3 positions. The 7 of Roberts, 38 of McLaughlin, and 88 of Morris going after one another. Lap number 45 completed the line. 45 laps in for the 63 of Crabtree and the 75 of Harrison. A 2-car breakaway at the front of the pack. Just about down to the halfway mark. We'll see the cross flags in the air this time. It'll be 50 laps in. 50 more laps to go for the 63 of Jim Crabtree Jr. Second, Jody Harrison in the 75. third, the 77 of last year's winner, Kevin Cromer. Fourth is J.P. Crabtree. And fifth, the 80 of Brent Nelson. Nelson running in that number 5 position, looking for fourth. Also out there running on the lead lap, the number 38 car of Tim McLaughlin, the number 88 of Rob Morris, and the number 7 car of Jason Roberts. Here comes the 80 to the inside for the number 4 position. Brent Nelson pulls door to door to this 83 of J.P. Crabtree, takes the spot away. Crabtree back to the 5th spot. Running in the 6th position, Tim McLaughlin, the 88 of Morris right there. He's the last car on the lead lap, just now going 1 lap down. The 7 of Jason Roberts, as this 2-car breakaway has nearly reached a half straightaway advantage on the 3rd place car. I should say a half track advantage on the 3rd place car of Kevin Cromer. And Harrison is applying pressure to the 63 of Crabtree. It will be 39 laps to go. 39 to go at the line for the 63 of Crabtree, as he has his hands full with pressure from last year's top qualifier, Jody Harrison. Crabtree currently 3rd in the standings. Harrison currently 4th in the points, and they find themselves at the front of the pack, closing on slower traffic. The 38 of Tim McLaughlin, the 88 of Rob Morris at the tail end of the lead lap. Those are the 6th and 7th place cars rolling off of 4. The 38 of McLaughlin moves over for the leader. They both call Muncie, Indiana home. And now McLaughlin moving over for the 75 of Jody Harrison, but Crabtree has stepped up the pace a little bit. Saw that the 75 of Harrison was pressuring. Crabtree trying to check out now. Crabtree gets to the inside of Morris, puts him down a lap. Now just 5 cars are on the lead lap. Just 5 on the lead lap, and we got trouble down in turns 1 and 2. Caution out for the 88 car of Morris. Field coming to green. Into turns 1 and 2 we go. Drivers look like they're being, the 38 of McLaughlin, and we've got a spin on the backstretch. have a feeling, even though it's just a light drizzle, looks like maybe some track conditions, a couple of cars getting sideways and the 63 spinning. Car, the 38 of McLaughlin, also on the lead lap, just received the lucky dog. We're ready for green, 36 to go. Harrison, Cromer, and the 80 car of Nelson to the green. Here comes Jim Crabtree Jr. to the outside. Crabtree, he passes his son for the number 4 spot. Here comes Crabtree Jr. to the inside. Now Nelson for the number 3 position. He gets to the bottom for the 3rd spot. Jim Crabtree Jr. up to the 3rd position. He closes on the top 2. 66 laps in, 34 to go. We're past now the 2/3 mark of the race. And Crabtree has caught Cromer for the 2nd spot. Oh, he looks to the inside. Oh, Crabtree up the track, slides up into the outside lane. Cromer keeps on racing. We're still underway at the green. And for the 3rd position now, the 80 of Nelson racing on the inside of Cromer for 3rd, as Jim Crabtree Jr. will try to catch the leader, Jody Harrison. Cromer really willing that 77 car in the 2nd lane, trying to get around the number 80 of Brent Nelson. And I think Cromer's going to be able to hold him off. Last year's winner, Cromer. 31 to go. Cromer holding on to 3rd. Crabtree just a tad bit quicker than the leader, but not very much. He's going to have to turn some smooth laps to catch Jody Harrison in the 75. And he will start to close in turn 2. Harrison slid up the track in the 2nd corner. And here comes Crabtree in the 63. Jim Crabtree Jr. in the 63 car, closing the gap with a 75 of Harrison. Oh, Harrison now has settled back in the 75. He was about a 10th quicker the last time around. Crabtree maybe running out of equipment down to the final 27 laps. 73 completed at the line that time for the leader, Jody Harrison. Crabtree looking strong again. He's closing the gap on Jody Harrison for the lead. Giving it all he's got, the Muncie, Indiana driver with 25 to go. 25 laps to go for the leaders. The Jim's Automotive, McCreary County Funeral Home, 63 of Crabtree has closed to the rear bumper of the Joe Harrison Racing, number 75 of Jody Harrison. Harrison from Rennick, West Virginia. Crabtree from Muncie, Indiana, and they're set for a battle at the front of the field in this Classic Cars and Credit 100 at Midvale Speedway. The top 2, nose to tail in turns 3 and 4. 22 to go at the line. Forward bite starting to look like an issue for the 75 of Harrison. However, still able to pull away from the 63 of Crabtree off the 2nd turn that time. When will Crabtree try to make his run? They close on the 7 of Roberts. He's in the middle of the raceway, down in 1 and 2. Roberts moves over to the outside lane. It actually slows the pace of both competitors. Our compact 15-lap feature coming up next. 20 to go. That time 80 laps complete. Final 20 laps for this Super Cup race. And we got spin down in turn number 4. The 88 car of Morris has gone around, and it brings out our caution flag, Rob Morris. Harrison down to our final 20 green flag laps, trying to win this Classic Cars and Credit 100 at Midvale Speedway. Green will wave, turn 4. Can Crabtree make the move? He does look to the low side into the first turn. Closing the door is Harrison. Off the second corner, they rocket down the backstretch. Harrison leading, Crabtree second, Cromer third, Nelson fourth, Crabtree fifth. Jim Crabtree Jr. does close to the rear down in turn 4. 82 in, 18 to go for the driver from Rennick, West Virginia. He gets to the bottom coming off of turn 2. Jim Crabtree Jr. to the inside lane. Crabtree down into, oh, he's going to loop it down in turns 3 and 4 by himself. And yellow flag is out. Those in the 80 car, Crabtree in the 63, the spin to bring out the yellow. Coming to green, the caution lights are out, and Harrison brings them in. We are underway. So Crabtree's going to have to try to do it again, but this time only 18 laps to go. He's up to the number 4 position. It will be 83 complete, 17 to go. Crabtree for the 3rd position. Crabtree for 3rd, he's got it. Now he's got to close on the 77 of Cromer. Cromer in the 2nd spot. The Jim's Automotive. And McCreary County Funeral Home, number 63 of Jim Crabtree Jr. closing on 2nd of Cromer. That's not his problem. His problem's going to be catching the leader, Harrison. 15 laps to go this time. 85 complete, 15 to go for Harrison, Cromer, and Crabtree. He'll get to the bottom coming off of 2, unable to make a run yet. Cromer holding him off so far. He gets to the inside off of turn 4. Jim Crabtree Jr. clears Cromer for 2nd. Problem is, 10 car lengths separate himself from the leader. And there are now 13 to go. 87 complete, 13 to go for Harrison in the 75. Turning almost identical times. The last time by was the 63 of Crabtree and the 75 of Harrison. He still has a little bit of time, but is it enough? 12 to go. Despite heating up those rear tires on the spin in turn number 3, he is closing slightly on the leader. Good entry, good exit of turn 4 for the Muncie driver. 2/10 quicker that time by. He is visually closing on the leader. This will be lap number 90. 10 more laps to go. 10 to go for the 75 of Jody Harrison. 5/100 slower that time was the 75, as the lead has stabilized somewhat. Harrison brings it off sideways, turn 4 that time. Quicker was the leader. That lap, quicker was Harrison. That's going to hurt the run. It's going to thwart the run, possibly for the 63 of Crabtree, as they lead at the front of the pack. Thought that he had him passed and looped it around. Somehow Harrison was able to avoid him. A tenth quicker the last time around was Crabtree in the 63. Again, you can see that he is closing on Harrison at the front of the pack. 7 to go, 93 in. It's down to 5 car lengths entering turn 1. Crabtree has turned it up a notch. He was 3/10 quicker the last time by. 6 laps to go, 6 to go for the 75 of Jody Harrison. What a battle we might be about to see at Midvale Speedway. If Crabtree can keep it in the right direction, can he make a run? 5 laps to go this time, 5 to go for Jody Harrison. It's a West Virginia driver leading, an Indiana driver in second. Harrison was actually a tad bit quicker that time, but he messed up the entry of turn 1. That might hurt him on this lap a little bit. Crabtree closing, brakes glowing on the front of that 63 car. 4 to go, 96 in. 96 in, 4 to go for Harrison and Crabtree as the lead duo puts it to the rest of the field. Cromer holding on to third, but right behind him, 4th and 5th, Nelson and J.P. Crabtree. 3 to go, 97 in, 3 to go. He just cannot complete it. He's closing. Oh, Harrison sideways in turn 2. Crabtree will close now to 2 car lengths. Harrison with his hands full. 2 to go this time, 2 laps to go for the leaders. They're first and second, nose to tail, closing on the 7 of Roberts. Will Roberts go high? Will Roberts go low? Which way will Harrison go? Crabtree gets to him. Top 2 in a battle down the backstretch. Roberts moves over. They're coming to the white flag this time, 1 to go. Crabtree to the bottom for the lead. Final circuit, 1 to go in the air. Into turn 1, he takes a low entry, it will push him up. Here's Crabtree right on his rear bumper. Down the backstretch, they'll go to the 3rd turn. Harrison and Crabtree on the final 2 turns, coming to the checkered. Harrison protects the bottom and wins. Crabtree will spin her out again across the line. Finishing in the 3rd position, Cromer. 4th place to Nelson. 5th place to J.P. Crabtree. Oh, what a finish. Jim Crabtree Jr., the Muncie, Indiana driver, gave it everything he could possibly give. In fact, it looked like he had passed Harrison with around 20 to go, and he looped her around down in turn 3. He closed again and almost had the opportunity to lay a bumper to the leader, but Harrison comes away with a victory. These cars are former cars from the Pro Cup series of Hooters Cup. We got some former ARCA cars, I believe some former NASCAR Nationwide Series type cars from years ago, and these drivers purchase them once they have been outdated for those series. They run here in the Super Cup Stock Car Series. And claiming the victory, pulling into victory lane, he calls Rennick, West Virginia home. Lee Joe Harrison Racing, number 75. Holding off Crabtree somehow, some way to the checkered in this Classic Cars and Credit 100 at Midvale Speedway. Getting ready to climb out.
Hey, I'm glad I bought the DVD now, baby. Yeah!
A year ago, race winner here tonight. Getting words of congratulations from some of the Super Cup stock car officials down here, coming from South Carolina, the one lady that helps with these series. Here he comes. He can hear you now. Jody Harrison. Jody, congratulations. Well, last year you set fast time here for the Super Cup race. Didn't come away with a victory. You were quick at times during that race. Tonight, Crabtree looks like the man to beat for a number of laps, and he spins it. Track conditions were getting a little bit damp at that point. He got it out from underneath him coming out at 2. He goes to the back around the 6th spot. Race restarts. Looks like you have it controlled, and then all of a sudden he ends up there again. He passes you in 3, then he loops it again. And then he gets a third attempt at you. I guess the third time wasn't a charm for him, but it was for you. Congratulations.
Well, man, I knew he held her down going in there on that spin-out pass, and I Dale Earnhardt him, boy. I got out of it early and got turned and pointed, and I knew he was going to do that, and boom. That's what happens when you run in too hard when you're going for it. But
these cars don't have a lot of grip. You guys run on a harder tire, a tire that's been used and used up pretty much. It's to keep this series somewhat affordable for you guys. A lot of power, heavy cars, and not a lot of grip, and it can make things interesting.
man, we run on used tires, believe it or not, and these tires that we're all running on are 5 years. No, they're 2008 was when they come out of the mold. So they've been sitting in a building and who knows where. So it takes them a little bit to get warmed up and come in, but I'll tell you what, man, Joe Schmeling puts on a heck of a show, and he tries to keep everybody happy, and you know, you just can't keep everybody happy, but man, I tell you what, we was just lucky. Luck fell our way, and I was just biding my time and letting them run their tires off, and I seen Dad was my spotter, and he said Jimmy's brakes was glowing, so I knew if I just bided my time, he's going to give it up. So, and then when I got out front there, I was just trying not to. I knew Jimmy was going to be coming, so I thought if I just save a little bit for when he gets there, I might have something for him. So it all worked out.
Let's hear it again for your winner, the number 75, Jody Harrison. Our compact 15-lapper coming up next. Chris, pit side, got some more with us over in the pits?
Yeah, Adam, I got second place finisher Jim Crabtree Jr. over here. Jim, man, I'll tell you what, you packed it into turn 3 there, just wasn't able to make it stick. Tell me about your run tonight.
Congratulations to Jody. You know, he ran a good race. You know, you spin out 3 times like that, you know, I don't deserve to win. So the first time it was the rain, you know, it was just slick on that restart. That's just the way it goes, you know. Then the other 2 times was just my fault, you know. I got up underneath him there going into 3 and just got into 3 too hard and on the brake too much and just, you know, spun her around.
Anybody you want to thank on the 63 tonight? I know we talked to you earlier, gave you an opportunity to thank some guys, but anybody else you want to thank that you maybe have forgotten tonight?
Oh, there's a bunch of them. You know, I can't name all their names. It'd take all night, but you know, I got to thank Don Gannott. He owns the car. Got to thank my dad. He, you know, puts our motors together. Again, I got to thank my wife and my kids and Derek Lane, Wendell Lane, Eric Morrow, Robert Waters, and like I said, my wife and my kids.
Weaver in the 199 and Oliver in the number 16, bringing the field to green. Turn number 4 underway for 15 laps of racing action. Kelly already flailing out the 3 wide. Barrett goes to the outside, down into the corner. We've still got him 3 wide. Sideways is Weaver in the 199. He slips back a little bit. Leading is Oliver. Second place, Frederick the 50. The 15 on the bottom lane trying to move forward. Ty Kelly got the heat win earlier. Jeffrey Orr in the 8. Tommy Barrett in the 157. Battle for the number 4 position. 09 of Wes Ennis. He's your top qualifier. He's one of the winningest drivers in this division this season. He's up into the top 5 already. Ennis on the move. 3 wide for second. Frederick on the outside. In the middle is Orr. On the bottom lane is Ennis, and it might be 4 wide soon because Kelly is holding up that 3 wide battle right behind him. Frederick slips back in the 50 though. Leading the way is Oliver in the 16. For second, here comes the 09 of Ennis. Ennis on the inside. Kelly on the outside lane for the number 2 spot. 4th place is Orr in the 8. 3 laps complete, 12 to go. Oh, Tommy Barrett, maybe a little bit of help from behind. The 111 of Leggett is there. Braden Swaney coming as well in the 27. Also there, the 50 of Frederick. 3 wide, middle of the pack. Look out. Braden Swaney, Frederick get together. And for the lead, front of the pack, Wes Ennis looking for yet another feature win. He gets to the outside of Oliver. Here comes Orr to the inside. 3-car battle going to turn 3. Who will come out of this one? It will be the 09 car of Ennis coming out into the race lead. Still fighting is Oliver. Clayton Oliver, good run for the 16. He has some contact there for Ennis. It messes him up, though, and it actually causes him to lose the number 2 spot. Now Jeffrey Orr is on the rear bumper of Ennis at the front of the pack. Oliver's dropped to 3rd. Still action, side by side, back in the field. Pretty competitive field of compact race cars here in this 15-lap feature tonight. It will be lap number 7 at the line this time. 7 laps in at the stripe this time for the 09 of West Ennis. 7 in, 8 to go for Ennis. Halfway, 8 laps in, 7 to go. 8 in, 7 to go for the 09 of West Ennis, the 8 of Jeffrey Orr, the 16 of Clayton Oliver, and the 15 car of Ty Kelly. Braden Swaney in the 27 going to the outside of Donnie Leggett back in the field. Ten laps in, 5 laps to go for the 09 of Ennis. Braden Swaney, point leader in the 27, outside of Donnie Leggett. Battle right out of the top 5 there. That's for the 6th position. Leggett holding on to 6, but Braden Swaney trying to take it. He's been boxed in for a good portion of this race. He has some time actually to move up into about the 3rd spot. He is almost there. He's on the outside now of Barrett for the 5th position as they're lined up on the inside groove. And Barrett gets some help from behind from Leggett. That helps Swaney get to the outside. Tommy Barrett, one of our heat race winners earlier tonight, picked up the win in our fast heat race. Nice to see a better field of compacts here tonight. Ennis leading, 2nd place is Orr, 3rd place is Oliver. Fourth place, the 15 car of Kelly, and 5th place, the 27 car of Swaney. Terrible, terrible break for the 16 of Clayton Oliver. He's broke out of his qualifying time. Clayton Oliver in the 16 breaking out of his qualifying time in this compact feature on the last couple of laps. We come to the checkered flag. Winning the race is Wes Ennis. 2nd place, Jeffrey Orr. 3rd place, Braden Swaney. 4th place, Ty Kelly. Coming across into victory lane, the Haas Body Shop, Ennis Racing, Dunwoody Motorsports, racing in memory of A.J. Diano, the Custom T09, your winner tonight in the 15-lapper for the compact division. Pretty competitive field of compacts here tonight. Your victor is Wes Ennis. Wes, congratulations. You had another win for you in the 09 car. Last week you found victory lane on the small oval in Frederick's 41 car. Not driving a small oval car tonight, but you ran well on the big track.
Yeah, lap cars get in the way sometimes, but honestly, I think the more cars, the more fun it is.
It was a lot better tonight with a field of about double what we had a week ago. Your car was good. Another top time, another feature win. Some people you want to thank?
I'd like to thank my dad, Chris, my mom, Mike, Haas Body Shop, and Dunwoody.
Your winner, let's hear it again for Wes Ennis. Larry Baker, the 77 of Bear Schwartz, the 23 of Kirkpatrick, the 02 of Page, Jesse Page in the 02, and the number 69 of Bob the Animal Eichel. 19 cars in the starting field for tonight's late model feature. An excellent field here at Midvale Speedway, 30 laps the distance. Green out of turn number 4. Miller and Smith bring him in. Mike Miller into the lead. Brian Smith drops into the second spot. Battle for the number 3 position between the number 2 of Rosenberry and the 18 car of Mark Willison. Oh, and Smith will turn the 22 of Miller coming out of turn number 4. Brian Smith in the 1 car and Mike Miller in the 22. Some contact coming out of turn number 4 and bringing out the yellow on our first lap. Piece, possibly straight runner-up finishes for the 21 car.
Right now, to Monte Carlo, but to set that guy, they come out of
I don't think we got one in there, Jonathan, but I believe that was a 21 at that second. They got sideways up in front of you. How's the car feeling tonight?
I really couldn't tell too much. I don't think I got the full throttle yet. I've been working on my W, so I've got a little dance if we win the feature tonight.
I don't think so.
Other than that, I'm just hoping to get out of here with a full race car.
Okay, that's Jonathan Ritter in the 28 machine. Prepared to do the Dougie if he wins tonight. Earlier you didn't see a whole lot in front of you, just a lot of cars spinning. How's your car handling tonight for you?
We did win the first practice session. We're cutting it. It's up a little bit. Teamed up with Anthony. Come out forward. Some car camera again, so don't think I got any damage, so should be good to go for the third practice.
Okay, that's Bubba Smith looking to make it 2 in a row. Here in your late model division.
That holds that on to the bottom.
Okay, over here with Mike Miller. Mike, looked like your teammate got sideways up there in front of you. I don't know if he got any help or not, but that's where the pileup started. What did you see from your perspective?
Well, I was leading it, so all I know is I got spun out by the one car, and I don't know what happened after that.
Yeah, no, go get him.
10-4 that. Mike Miller staying a little bit of contact causing spin in the 22 machine. Mike, how's the car handling tonight for you? You got a shot to pick up the feature victory in this Gateberg number 22 tonight.
Yeah, we have a shot. Need a little luck like that every week.
Okay, that's Mike Miller in the 22 machine. Driver of the number 21 machine. Rich, any concerns with all the oil and fluids that were laid down over there in turn 4? I know it's going to be pretty smoky as you go through that area over there. Any concerns?
Just got to take it easy, but there's going to be plenty of cars in front of me going through it first for cleaning it all.
How's your machine handling tonight? I know sitting good in points this season. Car's been running well. What are your chances to get this 21 machine up through the pack and pick up a feature victory, or at least a good top 3 finish tonight?
It's going to be tough. We'll just have to see how many take care of it like we just seen.
I hear you. That's Rich Desecker, driver of the number 21 machine. Interview here before we get back under green flag racing. Over here with rookie driver Alex Rosenberry. Alex, what'd you see in front of you coming off of turn 4 there?
I saw Brian, Mike Miller they touched and someone hit some. I didn't really see it. I just tried to get him the brakes, avoided it, and got hit in the rear. But racing instinct stuff happens, so just be calm and hope for the best.
What's this number 2 machine running like tonight?
Pretty good. Could be better once we get green and run 3 or 4 laps. So hopefully it turns out good.
Okay, that's Alex Rosenberry, driver of the number 2 machine. Work being done to the right front of that machine, so Brian Smith did make that pit stop he was talking about in the number 1.
Field seeing the 1-to-go signal next time to the green, getting ready to go. 30 laps of racing in the McIntosh Oil Company late models. Number 22, Mark Willison, a couple of feature wins this year, starts on the outside. Ready for green, 30 laps from the checkered flag at Midvale Speedway for the late model feature. Green, flag is out. Miller takes the lead, exiting turn 2. Will Willison be able to get down? The answer is yes. Willison closes the door on Rosenberry for second. Oh, Bear Swartz will loop it around up in turn number 4. The 77 of Bear Swartz with a spin on his own. Caution flag is out. Coming to green off of turn number 4. Miller and Willison will try it again. 30 laps from the finish. Third time, maybe a charm at Midvale Speedway. We are back underway. Miller and Willison side by side, exiting turn number 2. Mike Miller goes into the lead. Willison again will close the door on Rosenberry. Here comes last week's winner, Bubba Smith, in the number 12 car to the outside lane. Bubba Smith in the 12 car on the move in the second groove. He'll look to work around Willison next. How will the track conditions affect him down in turn 4 where there's a lot of drying agent? Doesn't look like it hurts him at all. Sibla also on the move in the 63 car. Miller leading the way. Battle for second between Willison and Bubba Smith. Willison and Smith for the number 2 spot. Ritter sideways. Sibla threads the needle in the 63. What a move for Rick Sibla. He's up into the top 5 positions now, but he opens up the lane for the 17 of Schneider down the backstretch. 4 laps complete, and Miller sets the pace in the 22. Rick Sibla, Bob Schneider Jr. going at it for the number 5 position. Good side-by-side racing action in this late model feature. Willison holding off Smith right now, but here comes Rosenberry to the inside. Sibla still working hard in the second groove. Good to see some outside lane racing despite the maybe somewhat slick conditions in turn 4. Doesn't really seem to be hurting the outside lane as bad as the inside. Willison brings her off sideways in turn 2. Here comes Smith again. Second, third, fourth, and fifth, side by side in the top 5. Mike Miller controlling this one. '63 car of Sibley inside of Bubba Smith. They get together and caution out for a spin down in turns 3 and 4. Rick Sibley, the 63, pushed up the banking a little bit into the side of the 12 of Smith, getting together in the third and fourth corner. He's allowed him in twice so far. Will the third time he do the same? Green is out. Into the first and second turn we go as Willison fighting hard in the outside lane in the 18. He's going to get to the bottom again. He closes the door on Rosenberry just as he did the first 2 times. Smith on the outside in the 12. Rosenberry in the 2 car gets out of shape. Rosenberry in the 2 got out of shape. He loses third. He loses fourth. He's back to fifth now. The new Philadelphia driver with a heat win earlier. Alex Rosenberry checking up as Miller leads and Willison is second. Bubba Smith in the 12 has caught the 18 of Willison. He looks low on the backstretch. Willison holding on to second. Schneider racing side. Oh, Ron Kirkpatrick in the 23 will spin her around in turn 4, and that's going to bring out a yellow. Caution is out for Kirkpatrick. Ryan Kirkpatrick in the 23 with a spin. Ron Kirkpatrick has spun in turn 4, bringing out the yellow. There are 10 laps in, 20 to go, and the front battle is going to be entertaining. Leading is Miller. Second place is Willison, the 18. He'll be on the outside of the first row for the restart. 20 to go. Who will win this one? Mike Miller, Willison outside, and Bubba Smith now up to the third spot. Green, turn 4, back underway. Willison fighting hard in the second lane. Mike Miller. Willison, wheel to wheel. Willison will slide back into the second spot. He's going to be able to close the door. Bubba Smith checks up in turn 3. Ritter on the outside lane, trying to hold on to third. Jonathan Ritter, Bubba Smith for the third spot. Ritter might be able to hold on to it. They go down into the third corner. Bubba Smith still there. He's on the inside, holds the bottom lane, still working for the number 3 position. Rick Sibla in the 63 trying to work his way back toward the front of the field. Good battle for third between Ritter, who's working it sideways in that second lane, on the outside of Bubba Smith. Will be laps in. 14 laps in this time for the 22 of Miller. Again, checking out on Willison. Ritter has fallen to fourth. His car was sideways, exiting turn 4. He'll go back to the bottom lane. He follows Bubba Smith off of the exit of turn number 2. Now, Sibla is boxed in right now between many-time second-place feature finisher Rich Desecker and the 17 of Schneider, who finished third a week ago. And we're halfway. 15 in, 15 to go. The halfway mark of this 30-lap feature. The final 14 circuits now coming up for the number 22 of Mike Miller. Bubba Smith to the outside of Willison for second. Bubba Smith on the outside lane, Mark Willison on the inside lane. Running in the number 4 spot is Jonathan Ritter. Running 5th is the number 2 car of Rosenberry. Rick Sibla, top qualifier and point leader to the outside of Bob Schneider Jr. for the 6th position. Sibla starting to make his way back toward the front. Sibla would like to pick up another spot or two, maybe see a caution that would bunch the field up. Help him gain a couple of more positions on a double file restart. Desecker struggling a little bit tonight in the 21 car, maybe messing something up a little bit in the pile-up of turn 4. 10 laps to go, 20 laps in, 10 to go for the number 22 of Mike Miller. Smith trying to set Willison up for a pass. He's got to the inside on the backstretch. Bubba Smith drives it in. He gets to the inside of Willison for second. Smith and Willison side by side for the second position. And Bubba Smith has picked up the spot. Good run again tonight for him after winning his first race of the year last week. Willison now third. Ritter fourth. Rosenberry fifth. Sibla in the sixth spot. Seventh. At least 17 of Schneider. Ritter low side of Willison now, and Willison's about to get shuffled back 3 positions. He's caught in the outside lane with Rosenberry. Oh, he's going to get in front of Rosenberry again. That's the 4th time tonight I think he's been able to do that. 24 laps in, and Bubba Smith is reeling in 22 of Mike Miller. Rick Sibla outside of the number 2 car of Rosenberry as the top 3 are soon to be bumper to bumper. 3 laps to go, 3 to go this time. It'll be 27 laps in for the 22 of Mike Miller. Miller, a veteran, protecting the bottom lane. Sibla is moving up into the 5th spot. Good run for Rick Sibla. He's not done. He's going to look for 4th. Top 3, nose to tail. 2 laps to go in the late model feature. Sibla for 4th. Rick Sibla for 4th on the outside of Mark Willison. The top 3 coming to the white flag. The brakes glowing on the 12 of Smith in 2nd. He has 1 more lap to try to make a move on Mike Miller. They go down into turns 1 and 2. They come down into the 3rd corner. Oh, Sibla and Willison, they grind the wall in the backstretch. Coming to the checkered off of turn 4. Miller wins. Smith 2nd. 3rd spot to the 28 car of Ritter. 4th spot to the 18 car of Willison. And 5th to the 63 of Rick Sibla. Good run for Ritter in the 3rd spot. Good run for Bubba Smith in the 2nd spot, but picking up the victory in this Route 39 Auto Salvage. Impact Photography Williams Paint and Bodywork, number 22, his first feature win at Midvale during the 2012 season, but his 2nd feature win overall this season as he picked one up at Barberton a month or so ago. The veteran driver, many-time track champion, Mike Miller. Mike, congratulations. Not your first time around this Midvale Speedway, and the veteran experience persevered tonight.
Yeah, we just need a little luck. We knew we could win one if we could just get things to go our way.
Scary moment on the first lap. Get some contact from behind. The car spins. Fortunately for you, the damage was minor. Some other guys got caught up, had some pretty severe damage back there.
Yeah, I seen that when I fired it back up. I just got tapped by the one car and went, flying around. And I seen everybody crash into each other.
This car was good coming from the back last week. You ripped the whole right side off of it. I know you had some work to do to the car, but the crew really worked on it hard last week just to get you back up into the top 3.
Yeah, Ron and Corey, they worked their butt off this week and put it all back together and had to make new door bars and body panels, suspension, brakes, everything was messed up.
Congratulations, good run tonight.
Thank you. I want to dedicate this to Ron Jayberg Sr., this victory.
Let's hear it for your winner, Mike Miller, the driver of the 22 in our late model division.
Okay, Adam, hop right over here with second place finisher Bubba Smith. Bubba, after a tough start to the season, a first and a second here the last 2 weeks, got to feel good.
Yeah, it actually feels real good. We struggled with this car all year. We had the hard wreck at the end of the year last year. We've been struggling all year, and we're starting to get it back where it was middle of last year when it was real good. It was a good race out there. Had a hard time getting around Willison. We ran each other probably side by side and trying to get around each other for probably like 15, 20 laps, and I got into him a little bit there once on accident and too, but when I got around him I caught Miller, but I really didn't have nothing for him. The turn in 4 was all messed up from that wreck at the beginning of the race. There was no traction off the corner, and I just couldn't get no run around Miller. There was no beating him tonight.
Well, congratulations on a good second place run. Anybody you want to thank tonight, Bubba?
If it wasn't for him, this car wouldn't be that good. Got to thank Joe Walker and Preston. They came down tonight. They've been helping. Mike and Kirk, if it wasn't for them thrashing on these cars every week, we wouldn't be down here. And especially my mom and dad, they're the one that puts it all together for us. And so if it wasn't for them, none of us would be here. So I want to thank everybody on the crew for all the work they do.
Okay, that's Bubba Smith, your second place finisher.
Winning drivers have been taken off the track. Green is out. Three wide for the number 4 position on the back straightaway. Oh, driving in hard and way too hard. The number 5 of Brandon Harrison up the banking he goes. They are able to control. He goes down through the infield, takes a shortcut, and the green is still out. We have completed one lap of the scheduled 15. It'll be 13 to go for the number 15 car of Brian Harrison. McLaughlin second. J.P. Crabtree, some contact with the second place car. Top 3 cars in a breakaway. Harrison leading, second spot McLaughlin, third spot the 83 car of J.P. Crabtree, fourth the 7 of Roberts, and fifth is Morris in the 88 car. J.P. Crabtree, some contact with McLaughlin. He'll go around in turn number 2, and that's going to bring out a caution. Damage caught up in the mishap, the number 7 of Jason Roberts. Roberts stopped in turn number 2 with the impact. 63, green, flag is out. We're single file there. To the bottom goes the number 5 of Brandon Harrison. 4 second, Harrison on the inside, Morris on the outside, and Harrison makes the turn in turn 3 that time. Oh, and Nelson gets into Morris coming out of 4. As we wad up a few cars coming off of the 4th corner. Here we go, restart time coming off of turn number 4. Brian Harrison, his brother Brandon Harrison, and J.P. Crabtree to the green. J.P. Crabtree gets to the outside of Brandon Harrison, maybe a little bit of contact down in turn 4, but they continue on. 3-car breakaway. Terry Lane falling back to the number 4 position. Boy, locking him down. That number 5 of Brandon Harrison. Then Crabtree up the track. He nearly gets into the wall. They bump on the front stretch. They beat and bang down into the first corner. They want this trophy really bad. They're racing for a trophy in this non-winners race. See if both cars and the 83, a flat tire on J.P. Crabtree's car. He will stay in the gas. He'll stop it right before the wall. And we got a caution for the 83 of J.P. Crabtree. He has a flat tire on the 83 car after the contact from the number 5. Brent Morris and Brent Nelson in the 80 car going to the bottom lane. Side by side for the number 3 position. Eight laps in, 7 to go at the line for the 15. For the 3rd position. And we got contact down in turns 3 and 4. Yellow flag is out. 9 laps in, 6 to go. Brent Nelson, Terry Lane, Brian Harrison, and Brandon Harrison. Here we go. Four laps to go this time, 11 in, 4 to go at the line for the top 2 down into the turn. Look out, they're close to rubbing some paint. Rob Morris leading Brent Nelson second, back several car lengths to Brandon Harrison and Brian Harrison. This one might not be over yet. 3 laps to go. Two to go this time, and Morris with 2 laps to go. They'll be coming to the white flag this time. It'll be 1 to go for Morris. Nelson still there. Harrison closing as well. He drives to the inside, down in 3. Oh, look out. They're going to spin, and around goes the 80 of Nelson. And the bonsai move ends up in a spin as he looped her around. They're gonna White flag is out. Final circuit for the number 5 of Brandon Harrison. Harrison leads his brother down the backstretch into the third turn. Oh boy, close racing, nearly got into him, coming out of 4. They race to the line, checkered flags waving, and this one comes to an end with a dump and run. So how about that? The brothers Harrison, Brian and Brandon, twice during the race, hitting each other. And they do it on the last lap, and that gives the win to the 88 of Morris because of the bump and run. Pure Stock 20-lap feature is up next. Green flag, turn 4, ready to fly. 12 cars to see the green. $150 on the line of this Pure Stock feature. Racing for pride as well as we are underway. And Harmon closes the door on the 11 of Barker. We're rubbing a little bit of paint, a little bit of smoke, but we continue on. Teddy Oliver in the 49, threading the needle on the backstretch. Last week's winner is up to 3rd. Here comes Joe Leinert. He's up to 4th. Mike Martin boxed in the 6th. He and Vince both boxed in. Now Mike goes to the outside. Vince goes to the inside. They're 3 wide with a 0 car of Bowers, who is not getting up to speed. And Teddy Oliver right now looking to be one of the favorites in this one. He is strong again tonight. Qualified much better this evening. Did not start up front. Has made his way into now the 2nd spot. Barker back to the 3rd position. Running 4th is Joe Leinert, and 5th is Don Boron Jr. Shimko struggling in the 13 car. Leading is Harmon, 3 laps in, 17 to go. And Teddy Oliver's ready to make his move on the leader. Oliver goes to the inside off of 2. He's going to take the lead spot by turn 4. Teddy Oliver, last week's feature winner. He's the points leader. He's going for the number 1 spot off of turn 4. Joe Leinert is up to 3rd. He's going to try to close the gap. Harmon will get sideways in 1 and 2. He continues on. Still dirt tracking off of turn number 2. And down the backstretch, here comes Boron. 3-time feature winner in the number 82 car to the inside of Harmon. He'll take 3rd. Battle for 4th, 5th, and 6th. Bill Abil moves into the top 5. The many-time feature winner here in 2012 is up to 5th. Single file formation. First 8 cars all in the lead pack. They start with the 49 of Oliver. They finish with the number 6 of Martin. For 4th, Abil's got the run. He's got the spot. Bill Abil from Dover, Ohio into the number 4 position, and Joe Leinert is challenging hard on the number 49 of Teddy Oliver. Number 9 of Nick Harmon going under his qualifying time. He's going to receive a speeding ticket, just as we saw the 16 of Oliver get a speeding ticket earlier. So bad break for Harmon, breaking out of his qualifying time, just like we saw the 16 of Clayton Oliver earlier in the feature. If you're in the top 5, you're on the clock. Top 4, nose to tail. Joe Leinert is quick tonight. The number 2 car is right there with Teddy Oliver. 10 laps in, 10 laps to go. Josh Flesher with a flat right front tire. Moving over towards the outside retaining wall, letting the lead cars go by. He's got that flat tire, a bad break for Flesher. He goes pit side. Up front for second, third, and fourth. Here comes the 82 of Don Boron Jr. to the inside. Boron racing with the number 2 of Joe Leinert. Bill Abil is in the lead pack as well. Mike Martin in the number 6 car for the 5th position. Martin up to 5th. Bill Abil in the 31 is up to the 3rd spot. Oh, Abil closes the door on the 82 of Boron into the first turn. Boron gives him some room. Here comes Abil to the inside of Leinert now for the 2nd position. Bill Abil, Joe Leinert for 2nd. Moving into the 2nd spot now, the 31 car of Bill Abil. Leinert hanging in there on the outside lane, but might lose 3rd as well if he doesn't get down quickly. He does, coming off of 4. Abil running 2nd. He has caught Teddy Oliver. He's on the rear bumper. He races through 3 and 4. And Oliver holds him off so far. Next time we will see the white flag. Abil got a little bit high coming off of turn 2. That thwarts his run a little bit. They'll come off of turn 4. They'll see the 1 to go signal this time. White flag for the number 49 of Teddy Oliver. Checkered flag, turn number 4, coming to the line, picking up the victory, the 49 of Teddy Oliver. 2nd place, Bill Abil. 3rd is Joe Leinert. 4th is Don Boron Jr. 5th is Mike Martin. And 6th is Vince Martin. One race yet to go. Good run for our pure stocks tonight. Pretty clean race. A little bit of rubbing over the first lap or so, but they make it to the checkered and put on a good show for us here. The stock compact small oval feature coming up next. Good run for Joe Leinert in the 2 car. 33 of Kenneth Price finishes his feature at Midvale Speedway tonight. Your winner, 2nd week in a row for the point leader, Teddy Oliver. Teddy, congratulations. 49 was pretty good tonight. It got to the front. You made a couple 3-wide moves in the first lap or so. That made the difference.
Yeah, I'd like to say special thanks to Brian Tucky back there. He helped me change the rear end First, I put the rear end in George's car, and took the rear end back out of George's car and put it in mine, and put mine in George's.
All kinds of changes over there. You just felt like working on cars tonight, or what?
No, I had too much gear in the heat race.
Gotcha, too much gear in the heat race. The car was good tonight. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Your winner, Teddy Oliver. The Word of Life Church, PhilChalmers.com, Stewart Flooring, sponsored number 49 in the win tonight. Wissman Motorsports on the car as well. They've put on a good show the last couple of weeks. Ready for green. 15 laps the distance tonight in the stock compact feature. Coming to green, turn 4, Fitch and Clark. Good move by Dan Bucky in the 50 to go 3 wide. Oh, it's going to run out of room, though, down in the second turn, and Braden Sweeney gets shuffled back. He tried to go 4 wide in the outside lane. That's not going to work on the small oval. 1 lap in, 14 to go at the line for Alan Clark, the leader. Joe Fitch second, Howard Bartholow third, Chris Bloom is fourth, and the battle for fifth. On the inside lane, Dan Bucky. He's trying to hold off the 21 of Corey Evie as they battle in that tight championship chase in 2012. Tim Frederick shuffled back. He gets into Evie. They bounce around. Caution flag out as Tim Frederick hits the 21 car of Corey Evie down in turn number 3. In 2012, Tim Frederick shuffled back. Caution lights are turned out. 1 in, 14 to go. Clark and Fitch to the green. And we got big time pile up down in turn number 3. They're doing their best impression of the Super Cup Stock Car Series. We have completed 2 laps. Big Track Compacts ran a good race as well. 13 to go in this stock compact feature. Clark and Bloom bring them in for the green. And Clark right now holding off Chris Bloom, front of the pack. 3, 4, almost a 4-car battle back there for the final positions in the field. Bucky gets shuffled back again. He might be better off to wait for an opening on the bottom of the track. He finds one. It's underneath Braden Sweeney in the 291 car. Meanwhile, Clark leads the way looking for his first feature win, and right now holding off the 151 of Chris Bloom. Running third, the 115 of Bartholow. Battle for fourth. Braden Sweeney trying to make his way toward the front on the outside lane. But Fitch is opening the bottom groove up, and that might allow the 50 car of Bucky to the inside. Fourth, fifth, and sixth in a battle. And up front, Bartholow trying to close on the top 2. Five complete. It was 10 to go at the line that time. It'll be 6 in, 9 to go this next time at the stripe. And Sweeney is cleared, the 05 of Fitch. So Fitch back to the number 5 spot. Running 6th is Bucky. And now he'll try to set Fitch up for a pass. Goes really high down in 1's. Going to try to either get the run on the bank and go to the outside or the inside. The inside opened up. Can he fill it? No, not quite yet. Fitch goes in hard, though. Comes up the track. Bucky not quite ready. Now goes underneath him in turn 4. Dan Bucky inside of Joe Fitch on the front straightaway. And Bucky will take the 5th position away as Bloom still hounds the 0 of Clark. At the front of the pack, here comes Braden Swaney. This could line up perfectly for the driver of the 291. Braden Swaney is the point leader in the compact division on the big track in his 27 car. He's driving the 291, formerly driven by Blaine Salisbury, and right now he's up to third. Down the front straightaway, battle for second now, as the top three are going at it. Alan Clark on the inside lane, but here comes Blaine Salisbury to the outside. If Clark tries to protect that spot, it might open the door for the 151 of Bloom. Bloom locks him down, trying to avoid contact. Here comes Bucky to the inside. Bucky for the third position inside of Bloom. Each spot that Bucky picks up big in his points battle with the 21 car, and Bucky is up to the third position. For the lead, Swaney just about clearing the zero of Clark. He's going to do it on the front stretch, and Braden Swaney has taken over the lead. Down to our final stages of this race. White flag. 1 lap to go for the 291. Of Braden Swaney. There goes Bucky for the second position. Dan Bucky, good run to get back up to second. Come to the double checkered. Swaney picks up the victory. Second spot to the 50 of Bucky. Third to Clark. Fourth to Bloom. Fifth to Bartholow. And finishing sixth, the 05 of Joe Fitch. At the line, your winner, Braden Swaney. Good run using the outside lane to come towards the front of the field. Chris Cale will have a word with Swaney here in just a moment at the downtown Ford Victory Lane. Big thanks to tonight's sponsor, Classic Cars and Credit in Canton, Ohio. Bringing you all of tonight's racing action at Midvale Speedway. To Victory Lane. One more time, let's hear it for the winner, Braden Swaney. Coming up next Saturday night here at Midvale Speedway, the MSA Super Modifieds will be in action. The Wing Super Modifieds will also race with the Modifieds. They'll be back next week. Pure Stocks, the Compacts, and the Stock Compacts. Race time, 6:30 next Saturday. Thanks again for coming out to Midvale Speedway this evening, and please remember to buckle up and drive home safely. Chris Cale with the interview.
Okay, down here in Victory Lane, Braden, this machine's been in Victory Lane here before in the Stock Compacts, but not you. How'd you do it, man?
Yeah, this car was nice, man. I just got to thank all them Salisburys out there, and mostly Blaine. This car was a heck of a car, man.
I'll tell you what, you had to come from the back of the pack, man. You made some nice moves up through there.
Yeah, thanks, man. I mean, it was crazy.
I hear you, man. What's it like running on a short oval instead of the big oval?
It's different, man. You got to use a lot of brakes.
I hear you, man. Anybody else you want to thank?
My dad, everybody at the shop, my mom, both my step-parents, and Blaine Salisbury.
All right, Braden Swaney, Victory Lane in the 291 machine.
Here comes